Hi guys, and welcome to Halifax Here. My name is Gina Harnish.
I'm Adam Cooper.
Halifax Here is a My Halifax weekly podcast where we upload right here on our YouTube channel every Friday. We talk about things happening in Halifax, answer questions, and talk about things we thought you might like to talk about. So let's get into it. So for this week's episode, we're going to be talking about Burger Week, which by the time this goes up, it would have started yesterday.
Yep.
And it goes until Wednesday of next week, I believe. And so basically Burger Week is a week of where restaurants serve burgers, and it's put on by the coast, and a portion of the burgers goes toward Feed Nova Scotia. So it's a really awesome cause, and you can actually find out more because we're going to be covering and talking about it more in our Monday vlog, so make sure to check that out. So yeah, we actually covered it last year as well.
We did.
And what was one of your favorite burgers?
So of the ones we covered, or generally throughout the history of Burger Week? Because Burger Week's been going this is the 7th year,
Yeah.
I think. So last year I really liked the donair burger.
That was good.
That was Johnny's donair. That was because I never had a donair burger before, and like for those who's not used to being Halifax, a donair is a big deal. So to having a burger, I was like, when I was like, that can't be right. And I tried, it's like, bam, they should make donair burgers all the time. It should be a thing that you can just get. And so there's the big draw for me on Burger Week is it's kind of like a big community event. Like everyone goes mad for it. There's maps and stuff you can do to say where you're going to be and what burgers are available, and it's just such a big event that happens in the city. And the nice part is, like Gina was saying, that a lot of that goes back towards Feed Nova Scotia. So there's Feed Nova Scotia burgers, and I think actually Feed Nova Scotia burgers are like $6 each, and $2 from that goes back to Feed Nova Scotia. Anything over the non-Feed Nova Scotia burgers are like higher. Like the most expensive one I saw was $30.
Yeah,
from like
they go up in price.
Yeah, like a really high-end restaurant.
Yeah.
But I'd say from when we did our taste test, I think my favourite was the donair burger. But the Riot Snack Bar, which is now Vandal Donuts because they're not around anymore, they had the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah, it had like caramelized onions on it. It was really good.
That was a good burger.
Yeah.
Although the weirdest one I ever had, I think it was cheesecake. They had a grilled cheese burger, and what it was a patty with smoked meat on it, and then instead of a bun, they got a grilled cheese sandwich and they cut it in half, and that's what you buns. And I was like, it was like this big, and I was like, I can't eat that.
Yeah. I think this year they're putting deep fried mac and cheese.
Yeah, mac and cheese burger.
On their burger, so I'm really excited to try that one.
Yeah, because it's like, and it literally, I know you can't imagine it. That's a bun, a patty, a block of mac and cheese, and then
like lettuce and tomato,
and then
yeah.
And that's the fun thing about it. Is like a lot of restaurants. It's such an amazing time, because like some of the restaurants that like specialize in burgers, they go crazy. They go all out and trying to do these burgers. I saw and Instagram's lighting up now with like Burger Week stuff, and someone got 2 like chocolate wagon wheels, put like Haribo jelly things on the inside, and then like potato chips as chips, and like this is our version of Burger Week, and it's just fun to see everyone like getting involved. But if you could build a burger, what would your dream burger be?
I mean, I feel like that mac and cheese one is sounding pretty good right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I did really enjoy the donair one as well. I don't know, it's hard to say. There's so many different options. What would you say?
I feel like, for me with the burger, I need it to be edible, and I don't mean that sounds obvious, but I mean like some of them that are really tall, like it's hard to like eat with your mouth, and like I'm weird when it comes to food. Like I don't eat chicken wings because I'm like getting stuff on my face, and like that's why I never eat on camera, because I'm like, I'm not eating on camera because I'm gonna get food all over me.
Yeah.
So I think, remember we were at Sweet Ideas, and they're like, yo, you've got to try this cheesecake pop, and like eat it on camera, and I was like, that was like my worst fear.
Yeah, I could tell you were like, I don't really want to.
So not eating this on camera right now, like not happening. But so that's why I kind of like what Riot Snack Bar did when they had it was basically just a normal burger, and they had just made it like simply elevated. So I think I'd like just a nice like patty, maybe with like a little bit of a spicy bread, and then like a spice. Like I like spice, so like I'd have like spicy cheese on there, and just but not something like crazy like you can't eat it, but just a little bit of like something that you look at is like, oh, that looks interesting. Oh, it's got a bit of a kick to it. That's the kind of burger that I would want.
Yeah.
Do you think that with Burger Week, which approach would you take? Because I would find it interesting. Like it almost like splits into 3 categories. There's people like us that kind of like go and pick like 3 or 4 of our like ones that we find the most interesting. Then there's the people that like do the map and they're like.
Yeah, because they give you can get like a brochure that has all the restaurants and all the burgers, and when you go and get a burger from there, they stamp it.
Passport, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like your Burger Week passport or something, and then if you get so many or whatever, you can enter a draw to win something. Or, wasn't it last year?
Free beer last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like a
free beer from one of the local breweries, I believe. I think, and they do prizes for different levels as well. Like for like someone wins the main prize and someone else wins like a couple after, I think. But you definitely check out the Coast website because they've got all the rules and criteria up and going. And
actually, I saw this year. I don't think they did it last year. I saw it on Instagram. They're putting up this giant. I don't know if it's an inflatable burger or like it's made out of.
I think it's inflatable. It looks like it's inflatable.
And they're hiding it somewhere in the city, and whoever goes to find it. Whoever's the first to find it or something can win. Oh, something.
That's totally Order Landing, man. That's totally Order Landing. That picture was.
Oh, was it? Okay, yeah.
If I've ruined that competition, someone please make the burger, but I'm pretty sure that's Order Landing.
Well, I think they're putting it out tomorrow because today was a bit of a snowstorm.
Well, the publicity shot was definitely Order Landing.
Yeah.
Definitely. Okay. Or would you? Because there's 120 people involved. So I feel like trying to eat 120 burgers.
Yeah, over a week, that's a lot of burgers.
Right, so to hit the entire map, which is like, that's how you win the competition, like, I don't think I've got the stomach for that, so. But I feel like for some people, that's more, like, we usually pick 3 or 4 that we like.
Yeah.
But, and that's usually like 2 each, and then split in half and like divide and conquer.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about it the day when I was looking at the map. I think I'd do it street by street.
Yeah.
Because we have enough restaurants around that I literally hit up the street. Like I do Argyle one day, and then go down to Pete's Corner the next day, hit those guys up, and I just go street by street.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that would be good. And I think it's in Dartmouth as well. There's some restaurant.
The good thing is it's across the city, so as long as anyone's like involved, they'll be on the map. And to be in 120 restaurants, I have to like spread out more. Because up in the last 3 years, I did all my Burger Week burger hunting in Dartmouth across the bridge because it was when I was working.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, oh, it's Burger Week, and that's the good thing is like, if you're like me, when you're self-employed, but you get to roll around the city and just like drive. When it's Burger Week, you know there's a good burger somewhere, and you can just drop in. But for those who aren't used to being in Halifax. Isn't it kind of like amazing how everyone gets like super into this? Yeah.
Well, it's so exciting to hear what their burger is going to be, or what their take on, because it's different every year.
Yeah.
And I can imagine it's also fun for the restaurants to be like, oh, like what's going to be our burger this year? You know, we have to make an awesome burger.
I think it's the Barrington Steakhouse. I think it's them. I apologize if it's not. But they someone's got a black burger, like the bun's black, like everything on it's black.
Yeah.
It looks like so wrong, but I kind of want to be like, I want to taste it. And I was like, I don't know if it's food coloring, or they've toasted it, or they've like.
It's probably just food coloring.
Or like they flamed it or something.
Yeah.
But it looks like something that came out of the depths of hell. Like I shouldn't touch it. It's like, oh, you know, I shouldn't eat that.
Yeah.
But I really want to. Also, it's funny because I was at physio today, and like the guy next to me was on the phone to somebody, and he actually had the map in his hand. He's like, "Don't worry. All you know what I'll do? I'll draw my map. I'm gonna send it you." And I was like, it's kind of like for anyone who ever played Pokemon Go or was aware when Pokemon Go took off, and like everywhere you went, people were like running around the streets with their phones catching Pokemon. Imagine that, except it's like an entire city, and It's not Pokemon, it's burgers.
It's burgers.
There's also not an app. I think an app would be great.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you could follow it. But that's what it's like. And the reason why it's such a big deal is because it literally takes over the city for a week, and so much good comes out of it. Like right now, I think it's $175,000 they've raised since they've started, and the ratio I think is for every $2 that go to Feed Nova Scotia, they can send 3 meals out from the stuff that they have in their warehouse. So if you do the maths on that, like that's well over 400,000 meals that will get shipped out based on those numbers. And when you think of it that way, you know, sometimes you look at people like food and like eating out as like, oh, it's so luxurious and it's like gluttonous, whatever it is, or you know, like we're in a society where we don't really want to indulge too much. But this is one week when you can, and by indulging too much, you're like helping a lot of people that need it. And from a support local aspect, which is what my Halifax is so focused on, it's just that double down, that double win in the sense of like, you might find a new favourite restaurant just from Burger Week because you go somewhere and they have this off the chain burger and you're like, damn, I wonder what that place is like when it's not Burger Week. And then you go there again. And these are 120 restaurants that now for a week, they're kind of stars of the show. They get to have everyone come in to either finish their map or just say like, hey, I've never been here, you guys in Burger Week, let's see what you got. And then off the back of that, we can all raise and help a lot of money to a charity like Feed Nova Scotia that do incredible work in our community. And I just think that's that winning combination of caring and also enjoying. And I think that's part of the magic of it. And hats off to the coast when I thought of this, because it's so well put together that like, I can remember the first year I was in Halifax, and then it was like, oh, it's Burger Week, and I was like, what the bloody hell is Burger Week? And then it was like, oh, you go down, there's all these cool burgers, and it was, they were crazy burgers. I went somewhere, and I can't remember what it was, I think it was one of the cake shops or the ice cream shops, and they had an ice cream sandwich, which was their version of Burger Week. And I was like, that's just smart. And
it doesn't have to be a burger, a traditional burger. Like a lot of the like cakes and donut shops will do their version of a burger, but it's just and sometimes it's just like it's just like a cake or some kind of sweet shape like a burger. And I just think it's just a case of, it just shows how everyone wants to be part of that community, and it's just a really, and that's the, I'm getting so high on like how amazing Halifax is with this. But that's just something that's so special about Halifax. Like, I feel like if you could go to certain cities in the world, they'd be like, oh, that's just kind of dumb. It's kind of like, oh yeah, I get it's Burger Week, who cares? But like, everyone loves it. Like, everyone's talking about the radio, everyone's talking about it today. Every in our office, the guys I work with, at least once next week or this week or at our meeting, we'll be like, yeah, where's everyone gone for Burger Week? Like, it's actually a thing. And after we did our review of the burgers last year, people asked me the next day, like, yeah, you can go do any more? Have you tried this one? You tried this one? And it's like, okay, that's great. I like the fact that you guys watched the video and you want us to go and do more burgers, but you know, it's like, it just never seems to stop because this is such a crazy, fun time to be in the city. And I think this video that we're going to put out on Monday is going to be a bit different than the one we did last year. Last year we tried to do like a stop motion of the different burgers.
Well, partly because I really don't like eating on camera for the second time on a Saturday. But and I really wanted to do something where we could kind of show not just like us eating a burger, but like us showing like 5 burgers that we kind of like the idea of, and kind of review them in a way that wasn't, because it's gross when people eat on camera. Like, you don't hear my lips slapping and me drooling everywhere. That's just disgusting. So we kind of did stop motion and then we reviewed them. And we weren't, and I don't want to say it wasn't a review, like we weren't critical of them because a lot of them are good burgers anyway. And at the end of the day, my tastes are so particular to me, and Gina knows how I'm kind of picky too, so I'm not really qualified to have these burgers, but I just knew that everyone was good in its own unique way, so that's kind of how we did it. But we also don't like to kind of recreate the same videos over and over again. And this time we want to tell it more of a kind of story of what Burger Week is. Because obviously while we're talking about this in the podcast, it's great that we can just tell you our experiences, but I kind of want to be more deliberate in trying to make sure that story of how this started to where it's at now is kind of told to do to do it justice purely and simply because a lot of brain power has gone into this on behalf of people that created it and on behalf of the people that participate in that. And sometimes we get kind of like really excited and buying the burgers and helping feed Nova Scotia that maybe we're forgetting that at one point this was not that big a thing and now it's this crazy big event. Like even last year was around 90 restaurants involved. Now there's about 20. That's 30 other restaurants that jumped.
Yeah.
And you got to think about how just to keep the magnitude just going. It's really impressive, and it's something that makes a huge impact in our community for all the good reasons. And I just really want to showcase that off on Monday's episode.
Yeah. So I think we might wrap it up here. Just to finish off, what burgers do you want to try for sure this week?
I feel like that black in the burger's gotta take a crack at it.
Yeah.
I'm definitely doing doner burger again.
Yeah. Cheese curds. I want to try that mac and cheese one.
Yeah. Vandal Donuts. They actually make donuts. They have a fritter, 2 fritters with a burger in the middle of it.
Wow.
And I really want to try that. And it's like I have a sweet tooth, so that's kind of what I'm thinking of trying. None of those I'm eating on camera, especially that fritter thing. That's gonna be a mess. Like think about that. So that's kind of where I'm at. But like I say, check out the Coast website. We'll link it in the description of this so you can kind of download your maps and get ready to eat some good burgers.
Yeah. Thank you for watching this week's episode. Next week we're going to be talking about Easter and what it was like for me growing up in Halifax and what it was like for Adam in England.
I have an epic Easter story for you.
I'm excited to hear it. So make sure to tune in next week. Don't forget to follow us on all of our social media. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course right here on YouTube. If there's anything you'd like us to talk about, please leave a comment below. And also, if you participated in Burger Week, let us know what your favorite burger was or what you're excited about for Burger Week. And have a great weekend. Bye.
See you guys.